Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses. This is your Wednesday morning forecast update coming up on our 4th of July here on Friday. Very little change, no surprises to our weather pattern here. We'll stay kind of posted in the mid-90s with just those very slight chances for any rain or thunderstorm activity. The temperature is coming in maybe a degree or two lower than what we were forecasting yesterday, so we'll likely continue along in the mid-90s here as we go through the end of the week. Now, we have reached the month of July. I did show this on the newscast yesterday, but wanted to give you the web update on it as well. Usually we hit July, August, September. That is our dry period, and we have seen that. Things have really dried out for the last 3 to 4 days or so, but we just need to keep some rain going to avoid the 100-degree heat. We do have some showers in the forecast late in the weekend, early next week, and you can see we are starting off our dry season without any kind of drought conditions, which is wonderful news for us. Usually we go into July in drought. We see those stretches of 100-degree heat, but as long as we can keep half an inch of rain or so in the forecast for the foreseeable future, I think we'll avoid those temperatures getting any warmer than 100 degrees or so. But it just goes to show you we do need the rainfall to come in every 4 to 5 days or so, but we have really been quite dry this week, and I would expect that will continue for most areas here. We are in the 70s again this morning. Little change to the temperatures. We'll stay in the low to mid 90s again this afternoon, which is just a few degrees above average, and with the humidity factored in, our heat index around 3 or 4 p.m. the last few days has peaked between about 102 and 103, and that's what it will feel like with the humidity factored in again today. It looks like that will be our heat index on Thursday, and the heat index actually drops a little bit on Friday, so I think we'll avoid the heat advisories through the end of the week. But as you're planning out your 4th of July and the weekend, just take into account it is going to be pretty hot out there, even though we may not see any heat advisories, but it looks like little chance of any rain getting in the way of any of those firework festivities. Speaking of rain, we still have the tail end of this front out there, which is stirring up some scattered clouds today. Futurecast really wants to bring some rain in. That's been the case for the last few days, but I've kept that rain chance in only that 10 to 20% category. I think most of these showers will fizzle out by the time they reach us here, but we are expecting those partly cloudy conditions this afternoon, and you can see just a few stray showers out there, especially in the northern Arklatex later today. Shouldn't amount to much as far as the accumulation, so rain shouldn't be any consideration in your outdoor plans today, but the heat continues to be, as you'll likely need to get your outdoor things done in the morning and just kind of enjoy the comfort of the air conditioning as we go through the afternoons, as we go through the rest of the week. And you can see Futurecast here. It does keep a little bit of rain going late tonight as well as early tomorrow. But again, just very slight rain chances through the end of the week. Your 4th of July, the firework forecast for us. Once we reach sunset, we'll likely see the temperatures in the 90s during the day on Friday, but they'll fall back through the 80s on Friday evening. And again, doubtful we'll see any of those storms get in the way of any of those firework shows or any festivities that you may have planned on Friday evening. We'll stay in the 90s going into the weekend. There's still a slight chance of rain returning on Sunday, so if you're planning that long weekend out at the lake or to have some travel plans here, I think the weather is just going to be hot. We're not going to have much in the way of thunderstorm activity through Sunday, but we do have a window to see some storms early next week. Again, that will shave a degree or two off the temperatures, but we'll likely stay in the low to mid 90s with overnight lows in the 70s through early next week.